All right, let's look at number 8. I see y equals 3x plus 8. So since I see an x equals or a y equals, I can solve it using substitution. Substitute that in for y. 5x plus 2 times 3x plus 8 equals 5. Make sure that this was your second row. Next, distributive property. I've got 5x and Henry. What is 2 times 3x? And 2 times 8? 16. Very good. So I've got 5x plus 6x plus 16 equals 5. This is going to be what? Tiffany, 5x plus 6x? 11x. 11x. Danielle, subtract 16 from both sides. What do I get? Negative 11. And Caleb, negative 11 divided by 11, x equals negative 1. Now, I'm not done yet. Haley, I need to substitute negative 1 in for x. I'll use the top equation. What's 3 times negative 1? Negative 3. What is negative 3 plus 8? If I go back 3 and come up 8, where am I going to be? Careful. If I go 5, very good. This is going to be positive 5. So, your answer is negative 1, 5. So, if you see x equals or y equals, you're going to solve it by, what's that word I keep saying? Anybody? Substitution, okay? If you see x equals or y equals, you're going to solve it by substitution. Now, look at these problems. What do you notice? What's different? Very good. Yeah, they're only adding and subtracting. We don't see any x equals or y equals, do we? All right? We're going to solve these using elimination. Okay? So far we've solved systems by substitution. This is going to be elimination. You ready for some really good news? These are really easy. All right? For some reason, these just make sense. All right? These just make sense. Now, think back to elementary school. Remember how you could just add or subtract straight up and down, right? 5 plus 6 is 11. If we go 9 minus 2, that's going to be 7, right? Okay? That's no problem. We can do that. Watch what happens here, okay? Let's add these going straight up and down just like we did in elementary school, okay? Mariah, what's 1x plus 1x? 2x, very good. Keenan, what's 1y minus 1y? 0, right? 1 minus 1 is 0. And Alyssa, negative 4 plus 2? Be careful if I go back 4 and come up 2, where am I? Negative 2. Very good. So do you see what happened? I eliminated my y's simply by adding them together. All right? So now I've got 2x equals negative 2. From here, it's a piece of cake. Carlos, what's my next step? Divide by 2. X equals negative 1. All right? X equals negative 1. Now, I'm not done yet. What do I need to do? Morgan, if I put negative 1 in up here for x, how do I solve this for y? What do I need to do with that? What's the opposite of negative 1? Positive 1. So I need to add 1 to both sides, and I'm going to get y equals negative 3. So my answer is negative 1, negative 3. All right? Let me work this one for you. I'm going to add this. 2x plus 1x is 3x. Negative 3y plus 3y, those will cancel at 0. And 14 minus 11 is 3. Next step, divide by 3. X equals 1. Now, I'll sub this in. 2 times 1 equals 2. Now, this gets just a little more confusing, all right? Here's my suggestion. Rewrite this out here. 2 minus 3y equals 14. All right, now it's a two-step equation. Subtract 2 from both sides. So I've got negative 3y equals 12. Divide by negative 3. Y equals negative 4. So my answer is 1, negative 4. Let's work one more together before I give us all a chance to work it. All right? This one right here. When I add it, what's 3x minus 3x, Brandon? 0. Odair, what's negative 1y minus 2y? If I go back 1 and back 2 more, negative 3y equals, what is negative 9 minus 9? Coley, if I go back 9 and back 9 more, negative 18. Next step, Jocelyn, what do I do with this? Divide by negative 3, y equals 6. Okay? Not quite done yet. Let's use this top equation right here. Mackenzie, what's the opposite of minus y? Minus 6? Plus 6, so I'm going to add 6. Negative 9 plus 6 is what? Brent, what's negative 9 plus 6? If I go back 9 and come up 6, where am I? Very close, negative 3. All right? Next step, Alan. If I divide both sides by 3, what's negative 3 divided by 3? Not sure? Ashley, what's negative 3 divided by 3? Negative 1. X equals negative 1. So my answer is negative 1, 6. All right. I would like for everybody to try number 4. Actually, you know what? Let's do number 5 first. Not as many negatives in there. It'll be a little bit easier for us. Number 5. We should be getting x equals 2. Okay, we should not, I don't want to subtract. I always want to add, all right? Or I should just say this. Use whatever sign is down here, okay? Just combine them, all right? 3x, positive 3x, positive 2x. Jenna, what's positive 3 and a positive 2? 5x, all right? Now this time we kind of will subtract, but this goes back to the question that I've asked before. Some of you guys remember this from 7th grade. Is this a minus y or a negative y? Anybody remember the answer to that question? Is this a minus y or a negative y? Answer is? Negative y. Answer is yes. Answer is yes. Negative y, minus y, doesn't matter. Okay? Just combine them. Positive y, negative y is 0. Positive y minus y is 0. It doesn't matter. Just do whatever this sign is. Any case, that's 0. And then 4 plus 6 is 10. Next step, divide by 5. X equals 2. Next step, sub in 2 for x. What is 3 times 2, Josh? 6. Will, what do I do with this 6 right here? How do I do that? It's positive, so subtract it. So subtract 6 from both sides. Caleb, 4 minus 6 is? Negative 2. Very good. So x equals 2, y equals negative 2. Let's do number 6. Just combine them. If it says minus on the bottom, subtract, okay? If it doesn't, if it's a positive, you're going to put them together. Just put them together. Negatives and positives, following your rules. Your initial answer, you should get y equals 3. This will be a fraction, all right, or a decimal. Okay, when I combine this, negative 2x plus 2x. Henry, what's that? Negative 2x plus 2x? 0, right? It cancels out. Tiffany, positive 2y minus 1y is? 1y. And Danielle, 9 minus 6 is? If I go up 9 and back 6? Positive 3. Very good. All right. Now, I can use either one of these two equations. I'll just use the bottom one so I don't need to multiply it by anything. Haley, how do I solve this? 2x minus 3 is negative 6. Plus 3 to both sides. This is going to be a negative 3. Next step. Divide by 2. X equals negative 3 halves. Negative 3 halves, 3. This is also negative 1.5. So you could have had this either way. All right, let's try number 4. Negative 3x plus 3x? 0. Mariah, what's negative 4 minus 1? If I go back 4 and back one more. Negative 5. I've got negative 5y. And Keenan, negative 1 minus 4. If I go back 1 and back 4 more. If I go back 1 and back 4 more, I'm at negative 5. I'm at negative 5. Alyssa, how do I get rid of this negative 5? Very good. Divide by negative 5. Y equals 1. All right. Now, I'll probably use this bottom equation just because I don't have to multiply my y. So, Carlos, how do I solve this?
Transfer it over to the negative 4.
Very good. Opposite of minus 1 is plus 1. Negative 4 plus 1 is what?
3.
Negative 3. Very good. Morgan, how do I get rid of this 3? This is times. What's the opposite of times? Divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3. Negative 3 divided by 3 is negative 1. X equals negative 1. So my answer is negative 1, 1. Alright, let me see. Okay. Now, this one is a little bit harder. Look at number 1 right here. I know it's a little bit tougher to read. You've got 6x plus 5y equals 4. And down here, 6x minus 7y equals negative 20. We've got a problem here. Okay? We've got a problem. When I put these together, what's 6x plus 6x? 12x. Alright? My x's did not eliminate, right? Why didn't they eliminate? What was different about this problem from all of the other problems that we've done? Right here. My x's are going to eliminate. Negative 3x, positive 3x. Positive y, negative y. Negative 2x, positive 2x. What is different about this equation, Tiffany?
You have a number for both x and y. Like, it's a positive number.
It's not necessarily that we've got a number for both of them, Caleb.
There's not a negative for a.
Right. This is the number. This is what we want to eliminate because the number is the same. However, the signs are also the same. Okay? So here's what we have to do. I can take either one of these equations and change all of the signs. Alright? Basically, here's why I can do it mathematically. I'm dividing it by negative 1. Alright? I can divide the whole equation by negative 1 and it stays the same. But in all reality, all I have to do is change the signs. Okay? So, I'm going to change the signs on the bottom because I want to change some of those to positive. So I will make, everybody watch this, I will make this negative, this positive, and this positive. Change all of your signs. Now, my x's will eliminate. Positive 6, negative 6 is a 0. Positive 5, positive 7 is a 12y. And 4 plus 20 is 24. Next step, divide by 12. Y equals 2. Now, for simplicity's sake, I'm going to use the top equation because I didn't change anything there. So I'll put 2 in for y. And just solve it like before. 5 times 2 is 10. So I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. 4 minus 10 is negative 6. Next step, divide negative 6 by 6. And I'm going to get x equals negative 1. So my answer is negative 1, 2. I would like everybody to solve number 2. This is just like this one that we just did. Our m's are not going to eliminate because they are the same sign. So you have to change the signs in one of the equations.
Does it matter which one you do?
It does not matter which one you do. Here's what I would say. I would change them in the top so that we get a couple more positive numbers, but you don't have to. You can do either one. Regardless of which one you change, you should be getting n equals 2. Okay, now, I'm going to change the signs on the top, okay? 3 and 3 are not, let's start over, okay? Let's start over from the very beginning. I'm looking at this problem. I'm seeing that my number in front of the m is the same, so that's what I want to eliminate, all right? They're the same sign, so I need to change the signs on one of them. So I'm going to change these signs. I'm choosing the top so that I get more positive numbers. -3, +3 is a 0. Right here, this is going to be 6n. +14 minus 2 is 12. Divide by 6, n equals 2. Now, I'm going to come back. I'll probably put them in this bottom because I didn't change this. This is going to be 4. Sub 2 in for n. Now, I'll copy this out here just so it's easier to see. 3m plus 4 equals -2. Piece of cake to solve this. Subtract 4 from both sides. 3m equals -6. Divide by 3. m equals -2. All right? Now, just so you know how to put this in as an ordered pair. In the alphabet, n comes before m. I'm sorry, m comes before n. M comes before n in the alphabet, so m comes before n in our ordered pair as well. Whatever letter comes first in the alphabet comes first in your ordered pair. Okay? All right. Go ahead and put your whiteboards and markers away.